They treat those side effects. They don't treat the cause. And what we do is we treat the cause. And what is the cause of all diseases? According to Dr. Linus Pauling, who was a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and he made the statement, he said, all diseases are caused by a lack of minerals. And there's only one place to get all of those minerals, and that's out of the ocean. You can get it through ocean water, sea salt, sea kelp, seaweed, but the best place to get it is with soft rock phosphate. Soft rock phosphate is the remains of the animals and fish and all of the residue of the soil, of the plants and so forth, that happened after the flood. When the flood occurred and the earth was covered, everything was covered up. And now we have these big mines of soft rock phosphate. We have them in Florida, and when I went to the Philippines, I was very discouraged because I didn't have any soft rock phosphate on Palawan, but when I went to Negros Island, they had 2 mines of it. So use the soft rock phosphate. Why? Because it has all the minerals in it in perfect balance. Every mineral comes with a mate. There's always 2 of them, sodium, potassium. If you eat too much salt, you'll drive your potassium down. So what we do is we teach people dirty little secrets about dirt. We teach them how to do this, and we teach how to raise better than organic food. Now people say, well, what could possibly be better than organic? Organic food is a term that we use, certified organic, and it just means one thing. It means toxin-free. You didn't put any toxins in the soil, you didn't spray the plant with any toxins, you didn't put any toxins in that when you processed it or when you cook it or whatever. That's a good standard, but it's not good enough. Why isn't it good enough? Because it doesn't certify what's in the soil, what's in the plant, and consequently into your body. We're all made out of the dust of the ground. So you have to have these minerals, and there's many, many minerals that you need. So that's what we're all about here. We're here trying to get people to grow better than organic food. And so you do that by getting soft rock phosphate and putting that in a mixture with microbes. Microbes are the activators of the soil. They're the little underground farmers of the soil. People say earthworms do it too. Earthworms are good for creating mulch and stuff like that, but it's the microbes that do the work. And so what they do, they fix these minerals onto the rootlets of the plant, and through osmotic pressure that goes up into the plant, into the leaf. The top part of the leaf is where you have your sun shining, and the bottom part of the plant of the leaf is where you have your stomata. Those are the air-breathing particles of the plant, parts of the plant. And what are they breathing? They're breathing in what? Carbon dioxide, and exhausting what? Oxygen. So it's a symbiotic relationship between the plant and man. And so when you have a solar panel on the top absorbing the energy, it takes those minerals and wraps them around with carbon dioxide. Your body can only effectively use plant-derived minerals. What's the difference between a plant-derived mineral and a raw mineral in the soil? The raw mineral in the soil is like, for instance, the Great Salt Lake. Those are raw minerals. Can your body use some of them? Yes, about 5% efficiency. But when you have a carbon-wrapped mineral, your body can absorb about 95%.
I want to ask you a question again. Now, with magnesium, it's a mineral, right?
Yeah.
So we find that, we have to have magnesium sometimes. It helps relax our muscles and go to sleep, and it definitely seems to work. Are we still only getting 5% or something of that? Because
it depends on, yeah. If you're not eating better than organic food, you can't, you're not digesting all of it.
Obviously, it's helping some.
Yes, it does.
What source of magnesium? Where does it come from? Like, is it chelated magnesium? Is it from?
Chelated, I'd have to look and see what we got.
Yeah, you'd have to look at it and see. If it's chelated with the carbon dioxide, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about rebuilding the temple of God and maintaining the temple of God from the dust of the earth, exactly the way the Bible talks about it. So the system that I use works. If you take a plant juice, just take some of the juice and put it on a total dissolved solids meter, which you can buy for $35, and you put that juice on there and measure the total dissolved solids in there, it will tell you whether that plant is poor, average, good, or superior. Now, all food, whether it's organic or chemically raised, will test average. It will not test good. Why? Because it doesn't have the minerals in it. But it will not have the poisons in it. Am I against organically grown food? Absolutely not. I think everybody should eat organically grown food if that's all they can get. But then what I do in order to get better than organic, because I can't eat better than organic wherever we're traveling and so forth, And so what do? I get organic as much as I can, and then I take food supplements. That way
That's good. I was going to ask you what you do when you travel.
That's right. I can show you my hoard of vitamins and minerals that I take. I take everything. I take the kitchen sink, I tell everybody. I take microbes. I take enzymes for digesting my food. I'm very cautious about water. I don't drink chlorinated water. I don't drink, I just drink water. I don't drink any juice, for instance. Why don't I drink juice? I love juice. I don't drink it. Why? Because when you put juice into your stomach and goes into your intestines, those intestinal walls are only one cell thick. And the juices go straight through it, right into your bloodstream, and spikes your pancreas. You wonder why people get pancreatic diseases? A lot of it's from drinking sweet juice, especially. Vegetable juice is not as harmful, but grape juice, which I love, is terrible. And if you're going to drink it with drink water right behind it immediately to dissolve it. So because what happens, it'll go right in and it'll spike your pancreas and it'll cause all kinds of
Arthur had a question over here.
So I've been contemplating in the fact that every mineral on earth is in the sea. So seawater, sea salt has every mineral on earth.
That's right.
Okay, we tend to think that's good, and I have some particular salt that's sea salt or whatever.
Very good.
But what about the fact that there's also lead and arsenic in that sea salt?
Always. So the secret to that is that you use microbes. And I told the story, I don't think you were here when I told the story of this refinery that shut down. They took all the equipment, but they couldn't sell the land anymore. It was condemned. And what they did, they took microbes and spread all through that soil and tilled them in. Within 3 years, that soil was cleansed. And so what you do, when you're putting these microbes in there, they detoxify lead, etc.
So I think there's a term for converting one thing to another. In the old days, they wanted to convert something into